What if there were certain things women absolutely love, but only a small percentage of men actually do? Let's take a moment to ponder on that. We live in a world filled with diverse individuals, each with their own unique preferences, desires, and needs. Yet, there are certain qualities, certain actions, that universally appeal to women. Qualities so captivating yet so rare, that only a minuscule fraction of the male population possesses them. In the grand tapestry of human relationships, understanding these qualities and how to embody them can be a game changer. It's not just about attracting women, but also about becoming a better, more rounded individual. A man who stands out from the crowd, not because of material possessions or physical attributes, but because of his character and actions. Why is this so important, you might ask? It's simple. In a world where superficiality often reigns supreme, depth of character and authenticity are refreshing, attractive, and downright irresistible. But here's the catch. These qualities aren't necessarily the ones you might expect. They're not about being the loudest in the room, the one with the most money, or the most physically attractive. No, these qualities run deeper. They touch on the essence of what it means to be human, to be compassionate, and to truly understand and respect another person's perspective. This is about digging beneath the surface, about challenging societal norms, and about breaking free from the confines of conventional masculinity. It's about embracing a more holistic, empathetic, and ultimately more fulfilling way of being. But the question remains, what are these elusive qualities? What are these things that women find so irresistibly attractive, yet so few men embody? Today we reveal the 7 things women love but only 1% of men do. Are you ready to be part of that 1%? First on our list, the power of active listening. This is more than just nodding along to someone's words or waiting for your turn to speak. It's about truly understanding what's being communicated, both verbally and non-verbally. When we actively listen, we're fully engaged, giving the speaker our undivided attention. This is a trait that women greatly appreciate, yet it's practiced by a mere fraction of men. Why is that? It could be due to an array of reasons, from societal norms to personal habits. But the fact remains, in the game of love and life, active listening is a game changer. It's the key to fostering deeper, more authentic connections. It's the bridge that spans the gap between two minds, two hearts. It's the foundation upon which trust and understanding are built. Active listening isn't just about hearing words, it's about understanding the emotions behind them. Next up, the prowess of emotional intelligence. This term may sound a bit academic, but it's really quite simple. It's all about understanding and managing not just your own emotions, but those of others as well. It's about reading the room, tuning into the emotional undercurrents, and responding in a way that shows empathy and understanding. Why is this so highly valued by women, you ask? Well, emotional intelligence opens up a deeper level of communication. It allows you to connect on a more profound level, to really understand and be understood. It's the difference between hearing words and truly listening to the feelings behind them. But let's clear something up. Emotional intelligence is not about being overly sensitive or excessively emotional. It's about being aware, being considerate, and being responsive. It's about being smart with your emotions. So remember, emotional intelligence is not about being soft. It's about being smart with your emotions. Coming in third, the timeless charm of chivalry. Let's take a moment to appreciate this age-old virtue. Chivalry, often associated with knights and nobility, is not about opening doors or pulling out chairs. It's about respect, kindness, and consideration. It's about showing up for others, not because you have to, but because you want to. In a world that's increasingly digital and disconnected, chivalry brings a touch of humanity. It's that unexpected kindness that can turn a day around, the small gesture that speaks volumes. It tells the world, you're a man who values others, who understands the importance of respect and courtesy. Women love chivalry because it's a sign of a man who respects himself and those around him. It's an indicator of a man who understands the power of kindness and the value of consideration. Chivalry isn't about grand gestures, it's about genuine kindness. Remember, chivalry isn't dead, it's just rare. At number 4, the beauty of vulnerability. A trait that we often misinterpret. Vulnerability is not about wearing your heart on your sleeve or spilling your deepest secrets. It's about the courage to be yourself, to show your genuine emotions and feelings, and to let others see them too. Vulnerability is the willingness to experience emotions that may feel uncomfortable, to take risks where there's no certain outcome, to share your fears and your dreams. It's about being open, being raw, and being real. It's the cornerstone of trust and intimacy in a relationship, a trait adored by women yet scarcely shown by men. Why? Because society often tells men to be strong, to be stoic, to keep their emotions in check. But vulnerability is not the opposite of strength. It's a different kind of strength. It's the strength of authenticity, of emotional courage, of the willingness to be seen as you truly are. Vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, it's a testament of courage. Fifth on our list, the value of self-care. Now, we're not talking about mere grooming or fitness routines. Self-care goes deeper, encompassing mental, emotional, and physical health. It's about acknowledging your needs, setting boundaries, and taking time to recharge. Why is this important? Because a healthy individual makes for a healthy relationship. It's no secret that women appreciate a partner who takes care of himself, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally as well. Unfortunately, many men overlook this aspect, often caught in the false notion that self-care equates to weakness. But let's set the record straight, it's not. It's about understanding that you cannot pour from an empty cup. In essence, self-care is about respecting yourself enough to know when it's time to pause, reflect, and rejuvenate. It's about valuing your well-being and understanding that it's okay to put yourself first sometimes. Self-care isn't selfish, it's self-respect. Next, the art of patience. One of the most cherished virtues, patience is often seen as a test of will, a measure of self-control. It's the ability to endure difficult circumstances without lashing out, to handle stress without letting it consume you. It's about maintaining your composure and keeping your cool even when things don't go as planned. But patience is more than just a coping mechanism. It's a key ingredient in building and sustaining harmonious relationships. It's the capacity to accept delays, problems, or suffering without becoming annoyed or anxious. Yet, sadly, patience is a virtue that's rarely practiced by men. It's the mark of a mature and emotionally intelligent individual, but only a handful seem to master it. Women appreciate patience because it shows strength, resilience, and the ability to handle life's uncertainties with grace. Remember, patience is not simply waiting. It's staying calm while you wait. Finally, the magic of consistency. Let's dive into our final point, a trait that's often overlooked but held in high regard by women. It's about the power of consistency, a key characteristic that helps us in achieving both personal and professional goals, yet it's one that's seldom demonstrated by men. Why is this trait so important? It's simple. Consistency is the foundation upon which success is built. It's the habit that turns dreams into reality, the invisible force that makes the impossible possible. Whether it's in the workplace or at home, consistency is the key that unlocks the doors of achievement. Think about it. If you've ever tried to master a new skill, you know it doesn't happen overnight. It requires day after day of practice, making small improvements each time. It's about showing up, even when you don't feel like it. It's about sticking to your commitments, even when it's hard. That's what consistency is all about. But why do women value it so much? Because consistency is a sign of reliability. It shows that you're dependable, that you can be counted on to follow through. It's about being the rock in the storm, the steady hand in times of uncertainty. And in a world that's constantly changing, that kind of stability is priceless. Yet why do so few men demonstrate this trait? It's not because they're incapable, rather it's often due to a misconception about what success looks like. Many believe it's about grand gestures and big moments, but the truth is, success is often the result of countless small actions repeated day after day. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So, if you want to be part of that 1% of men who stand out, embrace the magic of consistency. Start small, stay dedicated, and watch as your efforts compound over time. Remember, consistency isn't about perfection, it's about making progress every day. So there you have it, the 7 things women love but only 1% of men do. We've journeyed through the power of active listening, the importance of emotional intelligence, the gentleman's code, the strength found in vulnerability, the value of self-care, the art of patience, and lastly, the magic of consistency. Each of these points is a beacon, guiding you towards a more fulfilling life. They are not just about appealing to women, but about self-improvement and personal growth. They are pathways to becoming more mindful, more considerate, and ultimately more human. So I implore you, take these points, reflect on them, and see how you can incorporate them into your daily life. Let them inspire you to strive for personal betterment, to seek growth and wisdom in every moment, because in the end, it's not about changing who you are to fit a mold. Remember, being part of the 1% is not about changing who you are. It's about becoming the best version of yourself.